From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Yellow. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelce. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 28 yards. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Mahomes will throw for it. Flush to his right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Smith. Flushed out right. Here's a diving catch right side. 22 yards there, a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Left coming, left coming. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go, Mike.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Gino on first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 32-yard line.
Hey, it's all right. Hey, alert. Mike.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Defense, let's go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
First carry here for Ken Walker. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Smith eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Any day.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Ready?
50, Mike's 50. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game, that they've got to match them point for point as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense.
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Smith. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They snap it to Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage sometimes.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Geno. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 22 yards there, a first down.
Ready up.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, tight. Hey, Mike's 50. Hey, here we go. Watch this go.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Hey. 50's the Mike. Check. Slam.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive, as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Being chased out left. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On first down, it's Smith. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin, 28 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Smith. Flushed out right. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Seahawks have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. taken from about the 12. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Strip that ball. Check that.
From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 114 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, 43, 15.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Flush to his right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson looking to throw right away. They'll roll him out right. Open man downfield is Duvernay. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay. 70 yards. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. First play from scrimmage all the way into the end zone. Look, the pass was good, but that run after the catch, that's what was really impressive.
And I think the big question I have is where were the safeties? Where was the tackling? Because going into this game, they had to know that they were going to be tested. That was the part of the defense that had to stand up. And on that play, not even close.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
18's the mic.
And what's that? And what's the ball?
6 guys.
Check 18, Pioneer. Ready, go.
On first down, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Let's put him on the block.
Gino now to throw. Flushed out right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Just like that. Just like that.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Smith. Steps away to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down.
Ready. Viking, 18. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler.
18, Mike, 18. Come on, dude. Watch 18. 18's the Mike. Rip left, rip left.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He'll get it inside the 20. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Walker. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Check three. Watch the air. Hey, alert 3. Showing up.
Again, Walker. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 36. Check 31.
Third and goal from the 6. They'll try and run. Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
On fourth down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on fourth and goal from the 4, and the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Ready.
57.
180.
Switch it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Gonna quit.
Second down and 3.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Another run here with Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
T-Ren, let's go.
7, Mike 57. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On third down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now Geno. Going right back to Fant. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Well, looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Mike 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. 57.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll work this down inside the 30. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Here we go.
Gus Edwards taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Marquise Goodwin. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there of 20 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, result in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Roger,
Hey.
From the 50, it's Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Smith. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Smith throwing again. This is the tight end, Fant. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. From the 22, Smith. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Eluding the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On 4th down, Smith. Flush to his right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It's our time. Mike's 57.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. Open man is Duvernay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, rolling to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
DC, right? 57 the mic. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
56 is the mic. We own them. We own them.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. The pickup there, 5 yards. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Wide open receiver complete. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. One more time with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now the Seahawks. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Ready.
57. Three buzz.
Ultra. Ready.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Here we go, set. Red 38. Strike. Check strike.
Let's go. Tight dog. Undercrunch.
Ready.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hey, check, make, hunt, go.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't begin.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Mitchell again, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Ready. I got him. Trap 60. Ready.
On first down, it's Smith. Dancing to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Buffalo 18.
Throwing now is Geno. Escaping the pressure. And the pressure gets to him again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
57's the mic. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Ready, go.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Ready, go.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
31's the mic all day.
Now Geno on 1st down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, 49 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, That's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Ready. 50, green.
Here we go. 57's Mike.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 42 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Panther Street. Set, tempo, set.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Smith. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and themselves. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Lights 57.
19 Lion. Bronco 80.
Defense on deck.
Ready?
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, let's get in there.
Now Smith. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. There he goes, right side. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So, great.
Under pressure, they got him again. Uchenna Nwosu. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. They snap it to Smith. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
57, Mike.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready, go.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. That is caught inside the 5. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Walker is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Walker once more, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Ballore punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions. 56. Get that quarterback.
Smith on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the 31, Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Throwing is Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56 to Mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Here's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Ready? Bronco 80.
56. Time to go, night. 56.
79 Broncos.
56.
The final shot here before break. Smith steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
On first down, Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again, Smith. He's got his tight end fan. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Check. Switch.
Trap 60.
Here's Smith. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Go.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Panther 60. Cut 19.
From the 31, Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
70 Timberwolves.
Tackles. 57's the mark.
7 Pirates.
Out of the gun, Smith. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
57's the mark.
Warriors 70.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
On the ready. 19 tight. 19 tight.
57's right. Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we ended up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Come on. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, go.
Penny up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage. Take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go now.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now Gino. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Straight ahead, Walker. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Cougar 19.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Dragon 60.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. It's a big play there for Seattle. 58 yards. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Running left is Walker. And some room to roam now. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Okay, ready?
57, Mike 57.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Dancing to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You can't block me.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Coming to you.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12, Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
After the interception, here's Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Now Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Smith. This complete to Lockett. On the move. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
There's no doubt that he has plenty of heart, but you've got to be careful with those receivers that are slight of build. They leave themselves open to some pretty big hits across the middle. That pass incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Mike 17.
Bronco 80.
Check.
Back to throw, Smith. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo.
From the red zone now, Smith.
16.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down.
Got it. Ready?
57's right. Hey, defense, let's go.
Ready.
Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. Sanders shaking and baking. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
60, Panther 60, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Ready? Bronco 80. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete right around the 8. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
2 times, 2 times. 4 down. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. You. Check.
70 lying.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away from evening this one up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. On the move past the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Ready? Liking 18. I got him. Check. Hurry, ready, go.
On the ground with a tight end. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Get it? 70 Timberwolves.
Here we go. 50 seconds.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They still can't get him. This is Smith with a grab. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go. Shot. 70 Lions.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
On first down, Hurts.
Nice, sweetheart.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football. Knowing full well, he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56 to Mike, boys.
7 Pirates. Go.
On second and 10, Hurts. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
56 is the Mike.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
All right.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second and 8.
Kill.
70 Timberwolves.
Jim. He's coming.
Check. Hurt.
Double up. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Warriors 70.
Throwing now is Geno. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. To throw is Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Right there, Hurts.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's third down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
I know you feel that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right.
Cover 19.
Second down, back to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. Chef. Deuce.
In inside handoff, Penny. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Come on.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Ready, go.
Again, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Ready, tackle 80.
On 4th down, Smith. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
He's not going to get me. Check 31, check 31. Check. Lucky.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check 56. Watch the run, watch the run.
Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
I don't think you got it, son.
Dragon 60.
57, Mike 57.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Come on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 40. 20. 10, 5, and he will take this.